Hello everybody and welcome to a special bonus vlog of Lady Parts. What are we talking about today? Remind me? Because we haven't really talked about it at all or thought about it. No,
No. Wentworth.
So,
I'm in Torchin.
Oh yes, I'm Liron Cohen. Happy Teal Tuesday, and I've got my Bridget jacket on, though I don't have any of my cool jackets here because all my cool jackets are in New York, the cool city. So I'm going to take this off, but I just wanted to do a tribute. And
I've got my Frankie outfit on, although I don't have a teal zip-up hoodie.
A hoodie. I know.
So I had to do the best I could with a white tank top and a pretty tealy shirt, right?
Well, teal was my high school uniform color, so it always felt like prison to me. So that's okay, I'm gonna say I'm just gonna put it out there. I'm gonna try to be cool, but I'm not sure that I will actually be able to be cool because we just totally freaked out. We just watched the Wentworth finale, and before we get into the Wentworth finale, we just want to give a huge shout out to Libby Tanner, the fabulous Libby Tanner, for supporting this vlog, for watching it. We love you, Libby, and this is for you and for Bridget.
Yes. And I did all of that, and I just want to say before Liron has a chance to say it, that this was absolutely the most satisfying finale, I think, of any show I've ever seen. And I've been watching TV for about more than 50 years.
And professionally.
Professionally, not for 50 years, professionally for many years. And I always try to keep objective, and it was impossible to be objective about this. It was so involving. Every minute of it was so superb in every aspect, but this finale, we didn't know what to expect. We really didn't.
And actually, we should say right here, right now, though it should be obvious, if you haven't watched the season finale, the season 3 finale of Wentworth, or if you haven't seen any of season 3, first of all, go do it. And secondly,
don't watch this vlog.
Spoiler alert. This vlog is going to be spoiler from beginning to end. So
we'll see you the next vlog. Don't watch this vlog, okay?
Yes. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I don't know what I was going to say.
I just didn't. Well,
who remembers?
I was just worried that you were going to mention a few specific details.
No, I wasn't. I was just going to say that everything about it was exactly as one would have hoped it to have been,
and better.
And better. My only complaint is that Wentworth really needs Westfall to keep the inmates sane, but I still couldn't have been happier with this ending.
Well, then let's for a second. There's so much happening around us. Let's for a second talk about that. Do you think Bridget is going to be on in the next season? Do you think Frankie's going to be on in the next season?
No, I don't. I think Frankie's going off into the sunset to start her new life, and with Bridget, and the hot girl in a hot car picking her up. Honestly, dreams come true, don't they, Frankie?
Finally, a show that gets the lesbian right, that gives the lesbian a happy ending.
Really. The happiest ending possible.
I mean, we usually just are happy that she's not dead, the lesbian, at the end of whatever it is. So to have a happy ending.
Right, and Frankie, of course, giving what might have been foreshadowing, saying she really didn't think she was going to get out of it alive. She got out of it more alive than she could have ever hoped.
Thanks to B, our hero.
Yes, B redeemed all of the things that she had to do as top dog this year. She really was heroic, which she always is. But of course, I can't go another step further without saying these two words: Pamela Rabe. Pamela Rabe, who plays Ferguson, is probably one of the best actresses I think I've ever seen. I put her right now, although I haven't seen her do anything else, in the Meryl Streep category. I mean, what a magnificent, magnificent actress she is. She has the most spectacular range. She gets nuance. The smallest nuance is magnified 100-fold just in her eyes and in the set of her jaw. She went through so many emotions. You thought, for a while that she was just going to be someone, just this one-note, very powerful, strong, jaw-set kind of a character, and yet the depth of her psychosis was revealed to us.
The unraveling.
Her unraveling. I wish I had a handful of pencils to throw at the camera. Was just spectacular.
But we've been talking a lot about Pamela Rabe because she does have the scene-stealing performance of the show. But I really want to emphasize how this show, every single member of the cast, every single person on that show is phenomenal. They're all top-notch actors.
Yes.
It's just
From the
everything
biggest
about
to
the
the
show.
smallest.
Yes, and everything about the show, the music, the editing, the
way it's shot.
Yes, it's just. We were just talking about how this show absolutely gets nothing wrong.
No.
Ever.
It's such a top quality show, and I wish that I'm happy for Netflix, but I wish that a cable network would pick it up so that everybody could see this show. And
Well, everybody can see it on Netflix. I just wish that they would advertise it.
But they have to pay for
that's
it.
how many people have Netflix.
Yeah, I know.
I just wish that it would be advertised more, so that people would be would come to the realization of the magnitude of the show.
It's a great ambassador for Australian television. I've been a fan of Australian television for many, many years. I love Australians. My darling friend Carmen Duncan, who I hope many of you know, and I would like to see now. Well, Vera should be the new governor, but I would love to see my friend Carmen Duncan be on Wentworth.
Cool.
It would be wonderful. It should have a wider audience than I believe it does.
Well, I hope that we've managed to add at least a couple viewers.
Well, we know all our friends are watching.
Yeah, we do, since we've been talking about it incessantly. But let's talk about some of the major plots that we had this season, some of our favorite plots. What I loved most, and I have to say this last episode really moved me in many ways. I cried during Sophie and Liz's talk with the victim's wife. I even cried when Frankie and Boomer made up.
Oh my God!
Cried.
Really,
So-
who would have thought? You know, the thing. Also, just I want to say that this episode was very interesting in sort of turning things topsy-turvy, in that the characters who we had before perhaps not liked, who had been the villains, all kind of softened up and became human beings in this episode. There was hardly anybody except for the lunatic Jess, who I didn't like this.
And the one
season.
good thing
And,
Ferguson did.
Yeah, exactly. And also the who was she? What's the name of the character?
Juicy Lucy.
Juicy Lucy.
Who's brilliant.
I didn't like her, but even in the end, she came through.
I know.
So.
Yeah, but I love that Ferguson was the one to save the day right before being escorted out into, I guess, purgatory.
Well, she was already lost in her own world.
No, I know, but I love that one delusion that caused so much grief ended up saving Joshua. And I didn't want Ferguson to die in that fire. I was so happy that they carried her out, and I'm sure that we'll never see her. And here's something that it is. For example, I'm thinking about Frankie going off into the sunset with Bridget, and I don't know if we'll see her next season, but the original show, Prisoner Cell Block H, the soap opera, the 80s soap opera on which Wentworth is based, we didn't watch a whole lot of it, but from what we saw, I'm pretty sure that the show did follow up on inmates who got released, who got paroled, who go into halfway houses, and I'm very conflicted because I would want to, as a viewer who loves these characters, to be able to root for them to be paroled and have a good life, but at the same time not worry that if I do, then I lose them.
It would be nice to follow them out into the world in some way.
Yeah, so I don't know if they do that with Frankie, but in general, that is something that I would like to see. And the same thing about Ferguson. I have no need to see her after this because she needs to go to prison and all that. But I have to say, I will be so sorry to see Pamela Ray going away from this show, because she has been a magnificent character to watch and marvel at her.
Well, she was the catalyst.
Insane.
She was the catalyst for almost everything that went on this season.
But just to see Pamela Ray performing,
right?
Just to watch her in her art, in her, I have no words. So
and also, if it hadn't been for Ferguson, we wouldn't have had Bridget, because Bridget was actually sent in to keep an eye on Ferguson. So we owe everything
we
to Ferguson.
Yes, and she's the one who brought Bea and Frankie together because they had to unite against a common enemy. So Frankie was completely lovely this season, even though she was. And I think that that's part of what I love about the show. It shows you really in the effort of in having to be the top dog, in having to preserve yourself, the things you have to do.
The lengths to which you have to go, which are very often violent and perhaps against someone's actual nature.
Exactly.
As you can see now with B.
And with Frankie, the minute that she didn't have to be top dog, she just went back to being her intelligent, sensitive,
Sarcastic.
yeah, funny person who we were totally rooting for. And it didn't hurt that we were rooting for her to be with Bridget.
I think that Daniel Cormack, her B, she really managed to toe the fine line between the cruelty again, that you have to show as top dog in order to keep your dominance over everybody, but also her true nature was actually kind and loving and caring and protective.
Well, she's in her being top dog. She does what she needs in order to maintain her status. But her status, look, she stopped drugs from coming into the prison. She's really looking out for the inmates who need to be looked after. So we're going to see what happens next season. We already know that there's going to be a struggle with Kaz over top
Kaz has
dog.
come in. That was a very good last little shot as she came into the prison.
Yeah, promise. Why do we have to wait 10 months?
Now that
10
everybody
months?
loves everybody in the prison, we
Yeah,
need to have
exactly.
conflict. And
Yeah.
we just saw it come in.
But also, I really want to applaud the cast, the members of the cast who play the crew. Vera, Fletcher, Jackson. I mean, these people, they're all, again, Fletcher, I loved his journey this season of all of his rehabilitation and recovering his memory. Again, Bridget, you work miracles. Jackson, again, came through. Not only is he always a hero, but forgiving, well, I don't know if he forgave, but not doing anything to Frankie when he found out, not falling for Ferguson's trap. Vera, the things
What a
we've
journey.
seen, oh my
Oh my
God.
God.
She's really ready to be governor now. She's ready. That the story with her mother,
She's
with
unshackled
Ferguson.
from all of those mother figures who have kept her down.
She's come through. She's come
and
through
made
on
her
the
feel
other
inferior.
end.
Mhm, absolutely.
And I'm so happy that I was really worried that this story with Jess and the baby and Doreen, I was really worried that was not going to be solved. So I was happy that was part of the major.
I figured it would be
conclusion.
solved, but I wasn't. I couldn't figure out exactly how it would be done, and we saw very scary previews at the end
course.
of the last
The
episode.
previews are always scary.
But I didn't think they'd let Joshy die. I really, really didn't, and I couldn't imagine Jess making it past this season. She was a very sick girl.
That's another example of somebody who looked all cheery and then she was I always knew that there was that streak of psychopathy
It was in her eyes,
Underneath-
psychopathic. I don't know exactly how you say it, but
Whatever.
anyway, she was crazy.
underneath there that was
Um,
just waiting to.
Well, and she was
Very
always
exciting.
over interested in babies. It would have been interesting to have seen a little of her backstory, to have known what it was that gave her this obsession. I think there was something mentioned, but it was very much
She
in passing.
killed a kid that she watched over.
Oh.
But speaking of backstories, and in general, Maxine is a delightful character. But this season, she went into that box of being the enforcer, and we didn't really get much of her otherwise. And I would love to see more of Maxine. I love her character. I love her relationship with Bee. I love, again, a very kind person who can be very rough when needed. So all those characters are so complex. And speaking of complex, Jodie Spiteri. That was such a fabulous story. I mean, poor girl.
And it was the beginning of the end for Ferguson.
She just took it
because
too far.
She took it too far, and she was caught by Frankie being in the
slot.
The slot. Yeah, I want to call it the hole, but it's the slot.
No, the slot, and then on orange it's the shoe.
Uh-huh.
Again, see the difference?
Anyway, you
Prison
look at it, it's
versus
a hole.
camp.
Yeah.
But yeah. I will never look at pencils the same way again.
Never.
And I will miss
But I will
them.
always keep them perfectly
Yes,
sharpened,
I
just in case.
goodness. It's what a fabulous season. We enjoyed every single moment of it. And the only thing I have to say about that was not good is that now I have to wait 10 whole months at least.
How is it possible? How do
I
they
don't
expect
know.
us to do this?
I
It's
don't know.
not.
I guess we'll just
common.
have to watch Frigid videos on loop. The fans are already working on it.
Well, fortunately for us, we have about 60 other shows that we watch and follow, so we
No,
will be
but-
distracted.
But I have to
it won't be
say,
the same.
I have to say that right now I don't think there is any other show that I look forward to every single week to seeing as I have Wentworth. You keep saying Westfall. You put it on the
Well, you
head.
can understand. You can say Westfall, Wentworth. You know, it's an easy mistake to make.
Anyway, we can't wait for season 4, which we're happy to say has been greenlighted.
Yes.
And we hope for all you Americans that season 3 comes to Netflix ASAP.
ASAP, and don't miss a second of it.
Well,
And
actually,
if
if they
you
haven't
can
seen it, they're probably
binge,
not watching this
I think
vlog.
you'll be binging.
Yes.
Although I'm kind of glad we weren't able to binge
It
because
would have been over
it
way
would have
too
been over
soon.
so soon that we would have felt just, first of all, you know how you eat too much of something and while you're doing it, you love it, and then afterwards you feel, oh, and then you're empty again.
I know.
And that's the bad thing about binging. But I have a feeling when it comes on Netflix, you all will binge, and you will have the great, great pleasure of meeting Libby Tanner and the fabulous Bridget Westfall. We envy you making that wonderful discovery.
I know. I wish we could watch it all over again as new viewers. But we'll just have to relish what we had for the last 12 weeks and look forward to the next season.
Absolutely. I feel I have so much more to say, but it would all be redundant at this point.
What would you like to say?
I don't know. I think it would be very redundant.
I was
It's
just
like,
jumping around the world.
oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. I think that sort of covers it all.
Yeah, we just need to squee for a few minutes.
But
we'll get off camera.
again, not only the cast, but everybody, the writing in this show, we haven't mentioned the writing. The writing in this show is so sophisticated and unexpected and right on. The characters have such depth, even the smaller characters. Everybody
Yeah,
has,
I love Miss Miles. Just want to say that.
yeah, everybody has, just they're really defined. The writing is very sophisticated. It's very funny. It's got pathos. The story is magnificent.
Yeah, I mean,
And-
look at how much satisfaction we got, and everything was completely made sense. There was nothing there that sounded or seemed like it was, just, let's figure it out really quickly so it will come together.
Everything felt organic, and the way it was shot, the way it was edited, the costuming, although of course they didn't have to do much costuming for
Teal. They had to come up with teal.
Wentworth. The way people dressed outside. I mean, I love seeing
Hot
Ferguson
chick in a
fans.
hot car.
Hot chick in a hot car. Everybody's fantasy should end.
It's the new version of the Prince on the White Horse. It's the hot chick in the
hot
white
chick
car, in the hot
black
car.
Now, I love the black car, but when I fantasized about it, it was a red car. But otherwise, black is my favorite color. So
Well, we're trying to think if that was her actual car or if she rented a car, especially to make
either way,
Frankie's fantasy come true.
Bridget rocks. It was heaven. It really was.
It was. We enjoyed every second of it. So thank you, Wentworth writers. Thank you, Foxtel and Soho, for bringing us the show and
For you magnificent actors, for giving your all.
we love you. And we'll see you next year, I guess.
Yes, and we hope we'll see you, however, next vlog. Even
Oh,
though
yes.
it'll be about something else. I mean, don't drop us just because.
No,
Wentworth
this is
is
not
over.
goodbye. I should say this is a special bonus vlog, so it's happening in between two vlogs. So the next vlog will be happening next week, as usual, posted Wednesday night, which is actually supposed to be Thursday, but we can't wait. We always post it Wednesday night. So we hope to see you all Wednesday night next week. And thank you for joining us on this very special vlog. We could not watch this episode without sharing our insane energies with you all, because we know that
We know that you feel the same way. About
exactly.
it, so.
Wentworth fans, if I may say, are the best.
All right. Have a wonderful next year or so, or whatever it is. But do come and see us at our next blog.
Yes.
Okay, we promise we'll have something you'll like.
And you don't know us, and we don't know you.
Don't know. Oh, that's fine. Yeah, exactly.
We
You
have
do know us, but we don't really know you except for a couple of
Oh
you.
yeah, so actually, just write ladypartsblog@gmail.com, and of course you know where to find us on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram even, and we hope to see you all there and next week right here.
Bye, mates.